This is the VOA Special English Technology Report. Much has been done to improve security in the United States since the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001. Intelligence sharing and cooperation between federal, state, and local government agencies is said to be at an all-time high. There have also been improvements in airport security. But a new report says the United States is not as safe as it should be. It says America is not yet prepared for a truly catastrophic disaster. The report is from the National Security Preparedness Group at the Bipartisan Policy Center. The group is led by former New Jersey Governor Thomas Kean and former Congressman Lee Hamilton of Indiana. The two men also led the 9/11 Commission. Congress established the commission to investigate the hijacking attacks and to make proposals for guarding against future attacks. The new report noted that 9 of the reforms proposed by the Commission have either been carried out ineffectively or completely ignored. For example, the 9/11 Commission found that communication problems were a major issue during the attacks 10 years ago. Police, firefighters, and medical crews had trouble talking to each other because they were radio frequencies. Officials said this lack of communication led to needless loss of life. The commission said the government should identify radio frequencies that would be used only for emergency communications. However, this has yet to be done. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton commented on the report. She said radio frequencies for first responders was an issue she had worked on in the Senate and is long overdue for completion. On another issue, border security, she said, "We have emphasized innovation. For example, we are now using sophisticated new biometric screening tools to improve border security and the visa process." The report praised the deployment of U.S. Visit, a biometric entry system in the United States. The U.S. Visit system uses digital fingerprints and photographic images to identify people entering the United States. The report notes that a similar system for those leaving the country has yet to be established. It says such a system could have helped officials find 2 of the hijackers involved in the 9/11 attacks. For VOA Special English, I'm Alex Villarreal. To read and listen to more stories and to learn English, go to voaspecialenglish.com.
This is the VOA Special English Education Report. Did you make a New Year's resolution? Some of you shared your goals at the VOA Learning English page on Facebook. And no surprise, many of you said at least one of your goals for 2012 is to speak English better. Daniel Kwan even went so far as to declare, "I'm definitely going to try to study English at least an hour a day." Jose Antonio Velarde says, "My first resolution is to speak English as fluently as my Spanish." And Tuti Riel says, "My New Year's resolution is to be able to speak English and Mandarin fluently and be a better person." Juwita Zulmi says she wants to improve her English and get a scholarship to study overseas. Another goal for 2012, a new boyfriend. Durley Johanna Barreto has these two resolutions: to get a job. Hsian Kim also has two goals: to lose weight and improve speaking English. And Katie Cecalina has these resolutions: don't eat meat. I'll take it easy. Then to learn Spanish or Italian and find my real love. The last ones will be the most difficult, she thinks. Rafa Mintz's main goal is finishing high school and getting into a university. Lola Wesquito Octobrata says, I am going to get married and finish my undergraduate study with good results. And Uma Sharif is ready for the next step this year, a master's degree. Handri Permana has this resolution: be more meaningful before my time's up on earth. And Handri has this advice for others: have fun seriously in life. DNL Pajirian has fun playing the video game Defense of the Agents, or DOTA. DNL says, my New Year's resolution is, I want to spend more time on my studying than playing Dota. Refki Aditya's resolution is to not be lazy about studying anymore. And Noor Chinifa says, I want to be the best in my national examinations, to be a braver girl, and to take a scholarship abroad. Shara Radinka offered this comment: my resolutions are to pass vocational school, get a scholarship, and visit Singapore and Malaysia. And Sita Adyuda is thinking of Australia in 2012. I wish I could have a career abroad in my dreamland of Oz. And let's see, as I'm an optimist, I'm going to make it real this year. Ha ha ha. For VOA Special English, I'm Carolyn Presutti. Go to voaspecialenglish.com to read, listen, and learn English with our programs and activities. You can also find live lessons at the VOA Learning English page on Facebook.
This is the VOA Special English Technology Report. A new study shows that sexting is not as common among young people as earlier findings suggested. Researchers at the University of New Hampshire interviewed more than 1,500 Internet users between the ages of 10 and 17. Just 2.5% of them said they had either sent or received naked pictures over their mobile phones or the Internet. Earlier surveys had suggested that as many as 20% of teens were involved in such activities. But one problem is that some of those findings included young adults, 18 and 19-year-olds. Dan Rousey is Senior Director for Technology Programs for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. He says another problem is confusion among teenagers about what exactly sexting means. For example, he says suggestive images, like someone in a bathing suit, have sometimes been reported as sexting. Marian Merritt is the Internet safety advocate for the computer security company Norton. She says the New Hampshire researchers considered this confusion. They segmented the really most egregious or dangerous kinds of images people might be posting and sending from texts that might be more suggestive. Ms. Merritt says very few of the images in this latest study would have been considered illegal. The kinds of images or videos that might constitute child pornography is very low. It's only 1%. So the good news is it's a very rare phenomenon, and most young people are not engaging in these kinds of behaviors. Everyone knows young people are early adapters of technology. Dan Rousey says their experimentation often raises concern with adults, but also has another effect. We get a new technology in, and teens, they push that envelope, and in some ways, as a society, help us see all of the possibilities with new technologies as well. The journal Pediatrics published the news. In a second study, the New Hampshire researchers found that very few sexting cases investigated by police led to arrests. Marion Merritt is glad about that. Over the last several years, we've seen law enforcement across the country start to take a more modulated approach and not going for full enforcement of, a mistake, a momentary lapse in judgment from young people who don't understand the power of the images they may be sharing. For VOA Special English, I'm Alex Villarreal.